Good morning, guys. What's up? Got a little coffee going on today. As usual, I got up a little later today than yesterday or the day before. At least for me. Yeah, I generally I generally am up before 4 o'clock, but and today I was pretty close. Good morning, Andrew, Melanie, B. Brandon. Good morning, Kelly. Kelly is from I think Cumberland. Jessica, Corey, Curtis, Heather B. from Tennessee, Scott Mavelin, Love Matters. Good morning. Good morning, Carlos, Christian, Calamity Girl, Timmy from Scotland, Mary from Canada, Jay. Roll call. Here we go. Angela, Vic, John, Eminem, Carol, Danielle, Thomas. Good morning, guys. MIG, Christian, Joe, Ben Williams. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, John. Awakened One in Florida. Brenda, JW from California. Dion. Good morning, Colin. Good morning, Laurel. Luz. MMW. Thank you. Good morning. Appreciate that. My Sky. Scott. Ramona. Douglin. Jessica. Corey. Mary. Carl. Carlu. Cray Slayer. Rose Wolf. I am late, Tommy. um, I slept a little later today than I normally do. I'm normally up by. Good morning, Tracy from New Zealand. Curtis, George. You can hear the coffee over there. That's the coffee. Um, Yesterday, the reason I was on so early is because I was up at 2:40. 2:40 in the morning, I woke up. I don't know why. Today, I woke up at about 4:10. So I slept a little later. So I didn't want to just get up and hop right on here. So I waited about an hour or so, you know. This is my last cup of coffee. I've already had maybe two partial cups. They get cold. You know I don't like them cold. So yeah, I mean I was up early, but for me it was kind of late. Zachary, yo, Laura Cat 4. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at that later. It sure is. Probably won't be the last one too. Hey, LAHK, thank you. That's very kind. Love you guys too. Good morning, Nuri, Shadow 71 from Quebec, Victoria from Houston. Stay safe there in Houston, Colorado. Real One, DKL, S or W Sugars. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Penny, basically bros. Make sure you show love and drop some likes. That's from Basically Bros. Heck yeah, if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. Why not? If you like it. If not, then don't worry about it. Good morning from Mentone, California, Delaware. Thank you, Angel. Helena from Houston. Babette from North Texas. North Texas, depending on what north part of North Texas you are. Thank you, Sean McQueen. Hey. Hello, Mylene from Germany. Good morning from Joplin, Missouri. Michael, hey, you guys could see rain from this system as it goes inward. Yeah. Good morning, Alan. Thank you for the super chat. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, because these videos aren't getting recommended, so it actually, I'm not going to get into it. Oh, there was another one. Ecstasy 66, $3. Thank you, Ecstasy. Super cool. Christopher Lowe from West Virginia. It's now Cat 3, and it's got 12 hours. Let's see, it's 6 a.m. here. So it's like 8 a.m. where the hurricane is at. So it's, good morning, Chris Rogers. That's very kind. So it's got 12, 14 hours before landfall. Do you think maybe it could strengthen some more? It very well could, you know? So we talked about that the other day. Yeah, I've followed hurricanes for a long time. I'm not the oracle of knowledge when it comes to hurricanes. I just have a lot of experience. That's all. That's all. I don't have an ego. I'm just a guy that likes to learn. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, trying to keep up here, guys. You guys are on it today. Look at you go. Adi and Campbell. Oh, there was an earthquake in Jamaica. Yeah. Missy Johnson, Wendy Hovis, Lenora Rogers, a Murphy's Law from North Carolina. This storm has the potential to stay a strong tropical storm 200 miles inland. Easy. You guys ever hear of the what's known as the brown ocean effect? You guys know what that is? The brown ocean effect. Thank you, Penny. Brown ocean effect. All right. Here's what brown ocean effect is with regard to hurricanes. When a hurricane makes landfall and it still feels like it's over water because the land where it makes landfall is so incredibly saturated that it will allow the hurricane, tropical storm, to maintain its strength for a longer period of time. So, if it makes landfall near these bayous and these swamplands in southern Louisiana, it's going to maintain hurricane status for a longer period of time because of the marshes and the swamps. And that water is very, very warm. It's called the brown ocean effect. You can Google it and see. That's why it's going to stay it's actually going to stay a hurricane over 100 miles inland. Can you believe that? Well, you know what? After what we just saw in Iowa, nothing surprises me. No joke. Thank you, Mark. There's Paola from the Philippines. Trying to go through. Lala HK, Love Matters. Bro Prank. Wendy. Oh, thanks. I try to pronounce them right. Hey, bud, what are you doing? All right. Brown ocean effect. Jimmy Mack, will it drag mud into the ocean? No, probably not. I mean, now the flooding, once the flooding, if it has 15 foot of storm surge and in places, which it's very possible, that's kind of even that's even hard to say. 15 feet? Are you serious of storm surge? That's going to completely swallow homes in places, vehicles. But that's what's being forecasted, 15 foot, and that's if it becomes which they're probably anticipating, Category 4 storm. So, but yeah, 15 foot. Hopefully everybody's out of there because that's going to be difficult. Yeah, 15 feet south of Lake Charles and in the Lake Charles area. Some areas 11 feet, some areas 10 feet, 9 feet. It's all going to vary, but it could push water 50 miles inland. And that's water that's over normally dry ground. But this storm is going to be a tropical storm all the way into Arkansas. Good morning, Tim. Let's say hi to everybody here. Good morning, Pat, Kyle. How's my lemon tree? The leaves are turning brown now. uh, Paola, what's 100 miles in kilometers? I think it's about, oh, what is kilometers? So wouldn't that be like 150 or 150 kilometers, something like that? John Diaz, good morning. You're welcome. Good morning, Mark, Fondage, Hadley, Big Papa. What's up, guys? Inspector Cluso, Anonymous, David Lee, Charles, Kyle, Eric, Captain Anarchy, Mushi Shi. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Australian government. Michael Tompkins, Gail from Canada, Zalpop 70, Justin, Kelly. Yeah, that lemon tree. Here's the thing: that lemon tree's had the same type of care for years, but for some reason, this year it behaved differently. But it's been in the same type of watering environment and everything for years. In fact, it's experienced hotter days. Hotter, yeah, 118. Good morning, Cassandra from Colorado, Lisa from Chicago. Been to Chicago 4 times. Watched Michael Jordan take on Larry Bird in the Chicago Bulls. What's the name of their stadium or arena back then? Yeah, I was in the house with MJ twice. I was a Michael Jordan fan. Yes, I was. Big time. He's a man. Good morning, Gabe. Good morning, some guy. Gina, Tasaya, Larry, Claude. Gail, Kyle, Gabe. Good morning, guys. Get another sip of coffee here. You know it's getting cold. Yeah, getting cold. Ay, ay, ay. Can't do it. Too cold. Good morning, Kate. Try to get this one here. Ann Laughlin. Just to let you know, one of your followers, Walter Laughlin, died February 10th. Aw, I'm very sorry. God bless you, Walter. I'm very sorry. God bless Walter. Mary Stewart, I'm not a coffee drinker. I want coffee. And I'm a coffee drinker, but I wouldn't say I'm an avid coffee drinker. I like a couple of cups in the morning. Honestly, it's not for the caffeine. I like the taste. A very warm, a real hot cup of coffee, just maybe about two, and that's it. And then it's time to get to work. Good afternoon from Ireland, Patricia. Good afternoon, or good morning, John. I'm not sure where you're at. All right. Looked up 1181, that thing around the sun. Claude Carey, Kate, Anna Tony, Jojo, Eric, Tom, I believe, Carrie, King X, I love Red Bulls, Mr. Benjamin, Mr. Benjamin, Oh, since the UV, I watched the UV. I still watch the UV, and I will say this year the UV, at least out here in Phoenix, was pretty steady. It's pretty steady. All right, Godspeed. I'll check them out. What's up, Rob? Up in Oregon. Good morning, Delina from Canada. David Lee, Rod now. Good morning, guys. Betty White, Daddy Girl, Dan Herman, King X, Jeffrey, Deborah Fay, Isabella, Colorado Coin Hunter. You're welcome. Some guy named Jamie. Have I ever read Kybellion? No, I have not. Marcus, Portland, Maine. Yep, coffee and water. Carrie, that's mine too. That's pretty much that's pretty much all I do. After this is cold. I'd rather have cold water than cold coffee. Carlos Skywatcher, 2 p.m. in Portugal, clear skies, 32 Celsius, UV at a 9. Thank you, Carlos. And UV at a 9 over in Portugal, which is at, I'm not sure what the latitude is. I'm just going to take a wild guess and say it's about 48 degree north latitude. And for 48 degree north latitude, I don't know, we're in August. That's, I don't know, probably pretty close to average, I suppose. But it just depends, if you're in the mountainous regions, when you go up into the mountains, the UV typically gets higher. But we watch the UV just to get an overall sense of what's going on above our heads, with regard to the ozone layer. And ozone is nothing more than O3, 3 parts oxygen. O2 is what we're used to down here at ground level. And that manages the UV light as it enters the atmosphere. And we just keep an eye on it, that's all. Not trying to prove a point or anything. We can watch the UV. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. I think we should. Real one, thank you. That's very kind. How are you today? You guys are very kind and generous. Becky Buckley, morning. It's dinner. Dinner here. John Lang, digital currency is coming. Coins and cash going to be no more. Thomas Ewing, there's another planetary system among us. Did you know that Jupiter is a planetary system? Jupiter has over 60 orbitals. It's kind of like its own little system itself, so Saturn. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's even more than that, right? Lucy Sue, Chris Gentry, good morning. Doing all right, Chris Gentry, thanks. Slept a little later today than I normally do, but I needed it. I woke up early the day before, kind of a long day. So I needed a little extra sleep, so I got it today. So, all right. Yeah, I saw that, Godspeed. The Arecibo telescope is reporting a cable snapped and caused damage to the telescope. Really? And I saw that too. I saw it too. That cable's 3 inches thick. How does a 3 inch cable, that would be the equivalency of a cable that supports a bridge, a suspended bridge that goes across a body of water. A 3 inch cable just snapped. Yeah, right. I agree. I just found that odd, that's all. Good morning, Teresa from Kentucky. That's a really big, strong cable. I mean, come on, man. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, he did do a good job. He tried. But you know what was sad? Every time he'd put up a video, it would go backwards. So I told him, you know, apparently something wasn't going on right. So that was very hard for a child to understand, that saw other kids, doing the same thing, but whenever he did something, it went backwards. Yeah. So in order to, keep his confidence up, I just told him to not do it. That's all. It was very kind of sad, to be honest. Fort Worth, Texas. Probably going to get a little bit of rain there, huh? Yeah. The J988 channel. Good morning. Okay, Gail. Have a great day. Yeah, we'll do a upload a little bit later. Oregon, Fino, Carolyn. That's all right. Nick Gray, thoughts on the science project, visual effects of the atmosphere on the moon. The visual effects of the atmosphere on the moon and sun. Well, they do have an effect on our perception, especially when we're photographing the moon and the sun. Yeah, the atmosphere influences what we see in the sky. It influences everything we see in the sky. Also, depending on sun angle, the sun's going to present itself to us differently depending on the angle of the sun. The higher up you go, the thicker the atmosphere is. So the thicker the atmosphere, the different appearance it's going to have. The lower the sun gets on the towards the equator, at least from us in the northern hemisphere, and the atmosphere is thinner, so the sun and the moon are going to look a little differently, like looking through a window, but ours is several layers of atmosphere. Fino Paras, my brother is named Michael. Okay. Good morning, Michael. MBB. What is the craziest sky phenomenon I've ever seen? I'm not sure I want to say. Uh, I'll say that maybe later. I'm not gonna say right now. So I don't want to get into it. I'm still waking up, and I wasn't looking for it. It just happened. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Uh, what about the new King of England stuff lineage? Looking into that, Charles. Sedona Creek Talk. Yeah, Sedona's really got some cool skies, right? Yeah. Been to Sedona a couple of times. A really cool place. Love Sedona, yes. Good morning, Sandra. Uh, Terrestrial. The stealth craft at night? No, no, that wasn't it. Not by a long shot. But I did see one. I saw it twice. Two right out here. Yeah, twice. Um, both in 2018. Yes, sir. That was that was impressive. It was really cool to see. But that wasn't it. Mm. Nope. Good morning, guys. Good morning, G, Mary Dixon, Tweez Lamar. Yeah, and to be honest, when I saw these things in the sky, because I'm a sky person, I enjoy sitting outside and looking at the night sky, on clear nights. That's just who I am by nature. Every once in a while, um, well, one of the things I saw was in broad daylight. And again, I wasn't looking for it, it just showed up. So I've never gone looking for things. I'm just a sky observer. And things show up. It's a big sky out there. There's a lot of things to potentially see. That's all. I saw three triangle crafts hovering over the hills in eastern Washington. Mark Pleek. You know what, Mark? I totally believe you. I've seen them too. They're very real. It's not a conspiracy. They're real. I've seen them too. To be honest, I think they're pretty cool, whatever they are. Yeah, pretty neat. Yeah. Watched them for about a half hour. I did see a couple go past Bethany, Oklahoma. Good morning. But I only saw them, and it was on two separate occasions, several weeks apart. Both early in the morning, though, around 5 to 5:30 in the morning. It's still dark outside, and it was just a brief 1001, 1002, and it was gone because it was moving past me. But boy, did it blend in with the dark sky. Whoo! It was tough to see. I just happened to notice movement. I looked, there it was, and it continued to move. But it was visible long enough for me to see it twice. Sure, two separate mornings. Not a big deal anymore after you've seen one. Costa Rica. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Charles. They hover. You know, I believe it, but when I saw it, they were moving very quickly and very quietly. Good morning from New Zealand. Yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. They were pretty neat, though, I will say that. Who builds things like that? All right, our skies today. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, they blended in really good with the dark sky. I may have been looking right at it and didn't even know it until it went like that. It moved. Both of them. When they both tilted, that's when I was able to see them. Or Ann, I'm sorry, B Ann. Yeah, we're getting wildfire smoke here too. Not a tremendous amount, but the skies are filled. In fact, the sun's already up. I was going to try to check out the sunrise this morning. Yesterday, the sun was a little bit red coming up. Once it got higher up into the sky, it wasn't quite as red because the smoke is low, not super thick here. But there's wildfire smoke all over the western half of the United States, some places thicker than others. Good morning, Running Bear. Trying to keep up here. Yeah, California, Nevada, Colorado. I think there was a wildfire there that was over 125, 30,000 acres. Captain Anarchy, my wife, daughter, and I saw three huge pyramid-shaped craft about a year ago appear out of the sunset clouds. We were so awestruck we couldn't even think to take a pic. And and I believe you. Sometimes it happens so quick, like with my experience with those. It happened so quick, I would have never had a chance to take a photo. Well, somebody donated $10. That's very kind. Who did that? Let me look. Ethan? Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. I hope I pronounced that right. Ethan? Thank you. That's very kind. Yeah, Jimmy Mack, that's true. Controlled burns they do it here in Arizona. Yeah, absolutely. That's something that it just goes in with proper land management. You have to have controlled wildfire burns so you don't have situations like this to where they get too far out of hand. If they do catch on fire by lightning or whatever, they can't be managed. It's better to do it when they're manageable, under manageable conditions, and do a small sections at a time. That usually cuts down on the possibility of very large wildfires getting out of control. But I don't know. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Jim. Two blue lights. Yeah, blue lights were something unique. If you saw blue lights in the sky, those were not standard aviation craft. No way. I believe you, though. A lot of stuff going on up there. One morning, I was sitting outside, and keep in mind, there was a point in time, I don't know, probably back around 2010. Um, I got a telescope. I used it a lot, and I would be outside with the telescope, looking through it, and then a lot of times not looking through it, just sitting around outside early in the morning because I'm an early riser. One morning in the north sky, and this is not the strangest thing I've ever seen, but it's just something I just thought of. There was like what looked like a red rock way up in the sky. It was well outside the atmosphere. It was a dull red. It was not bright. It was dull, and it was tumbling like this, left to right. That would be clockwise, okay? But it was not smooth. It was tumbling, but in a straight linear line, way off into space, way above the atmosphere, moving from west to east at an extremely high rate of speed. And it was a dark red, didn't have a tail, it was not bright, and it was tumbling super fast. And again, it wasn't an airplane. It was like, it was hard to see, but I saw it. And I was amazed. I'd never seen anything like that. It looked like a red rock. And it was in the north sky, way up there, several years ago. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Looked like a red rock just tumbling through the sky. Yeah. And if it would have been in the atmosphere, it would have reacted to the atmospheric pressure and it would have created a tail. It would have brightened like fireballs and asteroids, meteors do. No, this was way outside of the Earth's atmosphere. It's a true story. Yeah, it tumbled all the way across the night sky. I watched it for maybe a minute until it just simply got out of sight and I couldn't see it anymore, but it kept going. Just because I couldn't see it anymore, it doesn't mean it stopped. It kept going. And it was very high in the sky. Am I a Freemason? No. 333 is a spiritual thing to me. Okay? That's all. The Trinity. Do you understand the Trinity? Do you understand 333 you know, you have solid, liquid, gas, you have past, present, future, and you have length, width, and height. And when you combine all of those, you have, you know, reality, you have existence, you have life, you have things that we are, being creatures, us. That's all. No, I'm not a Freemason. That's silly. Uh, yeah, like a Sedona red rock, but a darker red. It was very dark red. Yeah, really weird. Don't know. I have no idea, but it went right through the north sky. Absolutely. Good morning. Zola, Flamingo. Zola, thank you. That's very kind of you guys. Look at you guys dropping these super chats this morning. That's very kind. Michelle Johnson, Sedona. Man, Sedona is beautiful. Yeah, you got a beautiful landscape up there. It's a pleasant vibe in Sedona. It's a great place. Sedona is a great place. Yeah, yeah, it is, isn't it though? Very peaceful. I've been there. Went up there and spent a couple of days. Um, Actually saw a little blue, very small, but saw a little blue meteor enter the atmosphere. No, I'm not a 333. That's spiritual to me, guys. Yep, but you're welcome to interpret it however you want. Hello from Kentucky. Tesla did say that if you can understand the 369, you can understand, well, not literally, but you got to understand the power of the three. Past, present, future. Solid, liquid, gas. Length, width, height. Get it? Come on, think. Equates to everything. And only God can put length, width, and height, solid, liquid, and gas, past, present, and future, all into one. Only God can do that, right? Tacos this morning. Man, you know what? I love tacos. Tacos are one of my favorites, always have been, always will be. In fact, had tacos for dinner yesterday. Yeah. Oh, this cold coffee. So it's time for water anyway. It is time for water anyway. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the Truth Warrior, the 3 is a spiritual number to me. Absolutely. It became very uh, very prominent in my life as when my mother passed away. Yeah. 333, the God, yeah, God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. When my mom passed away, that number 333 became very big in my life. And again, I wasn't looking for it. It just kept coming every day in different places. And that's the complete truth. If I told you anything else, I would be lying. And Tam Tam, I'm going to block you when I get done, okay? Because you're being very childish. And we like to maintain an IQ here, um, at a certain level. And I can tell that you have a very low IQ or you're drunk. So if you want to make assumptions about me, then I'm going to make assumptions about you. And that's Tam Tam. You're going to be blocked because you have a low IQ and you're an idiot. And I don't like that on my threads because I have good people in here. And you're contaminating good people. So you're out of here. I'm just letting you know. Because you have a low IQ and you're an idiot. How about that? So you take your low IQ and go over to somewhere else that has a low IQ. And you'll fit right in. But you don't fit in here. Mariana. Yeah, there's a good thing, Mame. There's a thing called you reap what you sow. You know what I mean? It's very simple. Again, it's not rocket science. We look at many aspects of life that are complicating, and you got to keep things simple. Look at things simple. Yeah, things are complicated, but you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Very true. You get what you plant. You're right. You're right. Trying to say hi to everybody. Isabella. All right, guys. Well, listen, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to get to work, though. It's already about 6:30 in the morning here, and I'm going to get to work. So, listen, thanks for stopping by. As always, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and thanks for coming by and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I really do. But listen, I'm going to get to work. We got stuff to work on today. Thanks for stopping by, guys. God bless.